Ah, yo, dudes. Welcome to my world. Jody's world. Excuse me. I'm forgetting to drink water. I'm like going, man, what is so wrong with my skin? I really have very nice skin. And lately it's just been like weird. And I'm like, what is wrong with my skin? I'm like, oh, like, what is wrong? Why is my pee like fucking bright orange? Like I've been taking vitamin B complex, but I haven't been taking vitamin B complex. I'm like, oh shit, you gotta keep drinking that water. Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it. So I've got me some Trader Joe's sparkling water. I'm up kind of, excuse me, kind of early today because I just went through the inspection on my apartment. Had four women, no, not four women, sorry. 3 women and 1 guy, sorry, Carlosa, come in and inspect the water, the appliances, the fire alarms, the electricity. I think that's it. They were here for about 5 minutes, but I worked for a week preparing for this because I love that my landlord, Ilsia, put a notice on everyone's door a week before the inspection instead of 24 hours, which nobody has time for anything on that. In 24 hours, you can't even get your floor mopped, you know. But but I was able to clean the whole house and get it all really top notch. I'll show you guys in a minute. And so they were here for about 5 minutes, and besides one of the burners on my stove that's been malfunctioning for at least a year, and I keep submitting it and I keep trying to remember to fix it and then forgetting. Everything was passed with flying colors, so I'm really, really glad, because I gotta tell you, I couldn't cram another thing in this house. Okay, I probably could put some stuff up on that fridge, and right back here and over there. I have a talent. I'm not good at organization, even though this house is very organized. It has to be to have all this much shit in it, and it's still not organized enough because, I still am misplacing things and have a hard time finding stuff sometimes, but it's still very organized. But I wouldn't call myself a natural organizer. I don't think anyone would call me that. But what I would call myself is somebody who can cram a bunch of shit into a small space. So if anyone out there needs me to cram a bunch of shit into a small space for them in Santa Fe, that comes in handy, man, then I'm your girl. So $100 an hour. And you kind of have to let me do it and trust me, or else fuck it, because you got to trust me. One of the things that became super territorial about this house with Darren, I would be like, no, I don't want it that way. I want it fucking this way, and I'm going to win on this. I want it my way. And I'd have to wrestle him on it, and then he would end up, and the reason that he would get so territorial and possessive about it himself is because he had to do a ton of work, right? I'd be like, move the refrigerator over there, move the big cabinet over there, stack this up on there. He had to do a lot of the muscle. But trust me, I fucking worked my ass off on this house for years, and I should. I like to. I think I tell the universe I like working on my house, so the universe makes sure I end up having to fucking do it. even when I don't want to. In the middle of the night, up, scrubbing, I got up early and did a whole bathtub full of laundry so that it would be done before the inspectors got here, and it was done. I'm still getting over this sinus issue. I'm fucking tired of it. But it hasn't been horrible. It's just been where it had to be addressed. Just right on the line where if it was just a little bit better, I wouldn't have to take antibiotics. But it was a little bit, where it was just problematic enough that it had to be addressed. And I'm still taking antibiotics, and I go to the doctor today. And Dobby's taking them with me, and it's, I have a thing that I am very, very opposed to taking antibiotics unless I need them. Once I need them, then I have to do it, because they're not good for our systems. We all know that now. When I was a kid, they pumped in. They literally had given me a big old fucking jar of antibiotics that I was supposed to take one every day for years. That's because I had rheumatic fever, and I had hepatitis A. I think A, whatever kind, goes away. I caught hepatitis for several months and was in the hospital for nearly a month, and then that turned into rheumatic fever, and I had that for several years, for like 5 years, and then that turned into chronic fatigue syndrome for decades. So I'm doing all right. I was watching this deal on Bruce Lee, and wow, I mean, we all know wow about Bruce Lee, but one of the things that they said, which was like, at one point he was frustrated with his training and decided he had to get very, very serious about building up his strength and building up his flexibility, and then he did. I'm like, that's what I want to do. Get very, very serious about my physical fitness and really, really, really get fit. Jeff is a physical trainer, and he loves Bruce Lee. And I've tried to get Jeff to help me do physical training, but it would be for free, and it's like, that's a nice idea, but I'm an actual licensed physical therapist, trainer, physical trainer, and I deserve to be paid for my work, which is true. So I'm gonna have to just physically train myself. I have to teach myself everything online. And the thing about it, and I love that I can teach myself things online. The problem with teaching yourself something online or however is that you can have massive gaps in your knowledge and not know it. Or even know it, but not know what they are and know how to address it. So I'm really, really grateful. When they came in, I told them, welcome to my art studio and my film studio, and where I do all this creative stuff. And it seemed to go in one ear and out the other, but some part of them registered it because there's all the art supplies and paintings and You know, hey, this is Santa Fe. Every single apartment should be equipped with a studio or some sort of a studio. Doesn't have to be a painting studio, but it should be a painting studio, like be able to be a painting studio, like with concrete floors or something like that, like a room that's a studio on the apartment or house or whatever, because this is an art town. People are coming here as artists. But my neighbor and I were kind of complaining about certain things, especially, you know, kind of like seedy neighbors. One seedy neighbor, very fucking seedy neighbor. And we were kind of complaining about it. And then I realized, wait, I love my apartment. I love my apartment. That doesn't mean I want to stay here forever. But boy, do I love my apartment. I work hard on this apartment. This apartment has my signature on it. And every single inch of it has my signature on it. So I'm going to show you in more detail. So this is inspection day 2024. See the eggshells in the plants. The eggshells are excellent compost for your plants. And of course, so is coffee. There's a bunch of coffee down here. I'll be moving these back. It's really cold out here. So I'm going to transplant that one into that. And this is furniture I'm going to sell. This is my air conditioner that I didn't have to use it all this summer. It was a really mild summer. I need to dust that mirror I just saw.
Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody.
I'm gonna change clothes so that I can. Here's my clean laundry. I just need to rinse it some more and hang it up. And this is the laundry I need to wash. So I'm making progress. I've washed a ton of laundry lately. This is all Darren stuff and some giveaway stuff. Those plants, some of them will be moved back in here to hang from that bar and set there and set there. Art studio stuff, paintings, clothes. I gotta be honest, I like my stuff. I'm not a minimalist, and I'm never gonna be one. I love minimalism. I love to look at it, but I'm cottagecore is what I've decided. And I love cottagecore. I was telling Bo, my son, that my house is, that I figured out my house is cottagecore. And he's like, oh, I love cottagecore. So it's so full of life. That's what I love. My house is a living organism. It's full of life. It's almost like the floor could be a dirt floor with plants growing up out of it, you know? That would be the next step on this house, on this apartment. Just back up some backhoe and whatever you call it, and dump a bunch of soil all over the floor and plant it with grass, and, you know, then try to keep that alive without any sun. So anyway, yeah, this is what I've got going on. My bathroom could so much be improved. Like, I need to hang some stuff up there. But, you know, everything could be improved, and that's what I'm always working on, is improving it, finding the next way to make it a little more fun, a little more interesting. Yes, clean, yes, organized if possible, but also, you know, that right there, that place in the bathroom is like a place where I could be hanging all these paintings. I could hang 2 or 3 paintings in there. You need outside, baby?
Yes, I do, Dwemer. Why not let me out, please?
Okay. Because this summer, every summer I work my ass off, walking, jogging, exercising, stretching, doing what I can to get as strong as I can going into the winter. And this summer has been, you know, the end of my last marriage. I'm in a marriage to Sean right now. And I hope I will be forever. But the end of that marriage, that relationship with Darren. And then I did go through a bunch of grief loss with Sean, thinking that relationship was over, and I was really suffering, grieving Sean, and then grieving the end of my marriage, and going, what the fuck, and suffering, and couldn't get out of bed, and couldn't exercise, couldn't walk the dog. If I was trying to walk the damn dog, it was going insane, and I was just like, I can't do this, you know. So, and I knew I was really, really angry, and that I didn't even want to walk outside because I could yell at well-deserved neighbors who well-deserved my rage. And I did that at one point. I lost it on a neighbor, and I'm like, I fucking hate going outside because even though they deserve it, I don't want to be the one fucking yelling at them. I don't need that. It's not good for my, you know, for my mental health at that moment, you know. Yeah, I talk about it being refreshing to be able to go out and scream at somebody, but also there's something to be said for having a choice about it. And I wasn't having a choice. I was like, I'm gonna scream at anybody who does me just slightly wrong. And then of course they do. Their dogs go crazy, and my dogs go crazy, and I'm fucking cursing at the neighbor and stuff like that. And I was just not. I was too raw and wounded to want to be out in the world fighting anybody. So I just started going, fuck it. We're not walking, dudes. We're closing the door, we're closing the curtains, and hiding in here. And I did that most of the summer. And then somewhere, well, whenever Sean came back to me, and then things got a hell of a lot better for me, you know. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Yeah, stay up there. Stay up there. Yeah. Stay up there and go potty. So I started being a lot. I started coming out of that grief loss because, hey, my man, he came back. I mean, yeah, I blocked him out and shit, but he came back. Let's just say he came back begging for, to be back with me. And I said, yeah, you don't have to ask me twice. Okay, dudes, I'm going to change clothes into some painted clothes. And I go to the doctor at 1, and it's 9:39. And I'd better get there early. Yesterday I was damn near half an hour late to my therapy appointment. My therapist was great, but I only had like 20 minutes with her because it's 50 minutes long. And that was my fault. But what is wrong with me where I'm getting to places a half an hour late? I'll tell you what was wrong. I went to the welfare office and I got to fill out a really long application for welfare, and it took way longer than I thought. Even though there were only a few people in there, the application process was really long. So it put me behind. Yeah, you stay there. We'll check on you in a minute. The girls haven't eaten, and I ate a moon pie, and it was the last moon pie, and it's probably for the best that they're gone. Sometimes a moon pie just hits the spot, and then after a certain point, it's like, ugh, moon pie. A Luna pie. You bet you're gonna. A Luna pie, that's why I brought them to you, now you're complaining. They're too sweet or something. Yeah, so are you. Well, I knew that. Just changing my clothes real quick, dude. Let me try that again. Yeah, I was stretching. I finally broke through on being able to touch my toes, and I'm gonna have to re-stretch and be able to do that again because I think I got taller when on my way into the hospital. And even when I was there, this lady says, "You must be 6'4". I'm not 6'4", but she thought I was 6'4". I was like, I got taller. She didn't disagree. She didn't say, "No, you didn't. Are you fucking crazy?" No, she said, like, you're really tall. So I actually don't know how tall I am because I haven't measured myself. These are way too big for me, but I'm gonna wear them so I can paint on them. What the fuck is this? Oh, good. Okay, some Twinkle Light cards and a piece of something and something. Cool, cool. Okay, I wore these to Vital Spaces, and one of my friends gave me a card. Like I have time to spend time with friends. I do. I just, like getting the house in order will help me be a lot more organized, not like neat, N-E-A-T, neat about my creative work, and maybe make it easier to keep it clean while I'm being creative. Quit! What's up? Quit! Don't be doing that. That's just your sister out there, dude. I know. But this other's out there with my sister. I don't think so. So I can walk if I want. No, you can't. I don't want you doing that. Like right now, the cat meows, and I had to lock her in the bedroom. I got this rage going on. It's grief loss, yes, trauma shit, but it's fucking legit shit, and I just cannot stand the dogs to bark, and I cannot stand the cat to meow. Like, the cat meowing just makes me, like, I'll just scream. Just start, ah! It's not triggering PTSD, it's triggering rage. Like, fucking shut up, cat. She's fucking brilliant. She's fucking smarter than most of the people in the world. And she knows what she's doing, and that's what makes me maddest at her. And, Darren used to say, she knows what she's doing. She's doing it on purpose. And I say, please realize she's a cat, and she doesn't know what she's doing. That fucking bitch knows what she's doing. She's fucking doing it on purpose. And I'm glad I told him that it wasn't that way, because it kept him from getting real mad at the cat. But now all I've got is me. you know, and I know she's fucking doing that shit on purpose. I don't have him to tell me or anybody else to say, hey, she's stupid, really. She's not the genius. She's listening right now. Going, she's not an evil genius. She's just a cat who's dumb. That fucking cat is not dumb. She is anything but stupid. She's a fucking genius cat and super fucking manipulative bitch. Why? Because she has fun playing with people just like she plays with mice. Playing with the dog just like she plays with a mouse. Playing with people like she's playing with a mouse. I'm the mouse. It fucking sucks. I'm gonna do that with my fucking enemies. I'm gonna use that cat's tactics. And you can't win against that cat. You cannot fucking win. It's just not an option. That fucking cat will win every single time. Even if she's in that bedroom, she still won. Because she made you put her in the bedroom, you know. She fucking made you so damn mad that you had to do that. And then you have to fucking keep her trapped in there and all this shit and do all this extra out of the way shit to go out of your way to deal with this fucking cow. These are way too big of pants for me, but that's good, because I don't just want to be doing rockstar pants for people who are my size, you know. This size is, I don't know what, 14 maybe? Way too big for me, so I'll put this belt on. It's very rapper, because they're real low riders. You can wear real low with your boxer shorts under it or nothing under it or whatever. But I don't like wrestling my pants all day, so this belt is so cool. Shit, who called? That a cool belt? Belt. I was wanting a belt that, I think I've talked about this on film actually. I'm gonna go deal with it. I'm rinsing the clothes. I was wanting a belt that reminded me of, like, a belt like the belts. My brothers are twins. And one time, I think it might have been after a death in the family and my mom got a little bit of inheritance, or could be wrong about the timing, but for some reason she got enough money that we were able to do this mail order catalog, the one and only time in our childhood. And my brothers ordered these beautiful embroidered belts. They were black and white. And when I saw them, I just wanted them when I was a little kid. Don't remember what I got. Just remember what I wanted that my other siblings got. And right now I remember those belts. And I was thinking about it one day, man, I really want one of those damn belts because I never got one and I want one now. And then I found this in the trash, and it's a really, really beautiful version of that belt, those belts. This is color, has color and embroidery, and it's a beautiful belt. I just love it. And I'm working on these Rockstar jeans. It's time to start filling in. That's kind of the sketch outline for what I'm doing, and now I have to get to go through and fill it in with lots of paint and color. Dude, it's cold out there. It's 2024. It's October like 16th or something. And it's freaking cold out there right now. Dang. So, I'll be moving all those plants inside. Can you imagine? It's going to be right there at that door, that back window, where those drawers and boxes are. I'm going to move that. Move this off and use that and this and open that leaf. Take these off and maybe open this leaf, pull it out a little bit, and then fill that whole thing up with plants. Put plants in that window. I can do hanging plants and setting plants. And then the other window in the bedroom. Keep on drinking water. I've got to drink water. It's just, I know I've got to drink water. I've got water for myself, and I gotta fucking drink it. And I've also got a bunch of purified water in there for me to drink. I just want to say, I'm crazy in love with Sean Singer. Thank you for being my #1 fan, sweet baby. Wish thank you for being anywhere in my life. We could only make a little love last night because he knew I had to get up to deal with this inspection. He told me, it was so loving of him. He said, take your Seroquel and get some sleep now. So it's weird because my video called Return of the King, about the time I was taking my Seroquel, that thing became public. I'm like, what happened? And what happened was, YouTube, if you do a premiere, schedule something, you schedule the date, and then you schedule the time, but the default time is midnight, and I must have forgotten to schedule the time, so it became public at midnight, which was neat because then I think Sean was watching that clip, Return of the King, at the same time I was, which happens a lot. We are very in sync. We are so in sync. And I've never known anything like it. It's very extreme and wonderful that I'll be watching a video at the same time he is. You know, I'll be like, oh, he's watching this right now, you know. And I don't know for sure that he was watching that last night at midnight, but there was somebody else watching it, I think, at the same time I was. I could have been me. But anyway, I'm not sure he was. But I watched that video and then went to sleep. So, and I slept some. I probably didn't sleep enough, but he knows because I told you all, I require tons of sleep, and he knows I'm a late sleeper, and he used to, you know, early on, wake me up in the morning because he's 2 hours ahead of me. So when he would be waking up at 6, or he's an early bird, I think like 6, then that's, what, 4 for me? I think. And I'd be like, oh my god, I need more sleep. So now he like lets me sleep half the day before he wakes me up and stuff. And he'll just stay keep his energy real tucked in and off of me to let me sleep. So sweet. Let me hang this up real quick. The inspectors were really nice. They were focused on what they were doing, but they were really nice. Even though I don't like the inspections and I understand the reason for them, but I'm like, damn, come on, please. Such a disruption to my life, but it's just a disruption that says, now spend an intense amount of time focused on your house and get it really, really up to snuff and be prepared for whoever comes in and whatever their personality is like. But whenever they do come in, I'll be honest, they almost seem embarrassed about having to be in someone else's home. They're very kind of sheepish. There's an attitude of real respect that they're in your house, you know. They don't forget that they're in your house. And that's been my experience with the inspectors from the very, very beginning and all the different ones. And I appreciate that sense of, you know, I respect your space. We are, you know, we're outsiders coming into your home. But they still are coming in. You know, some people call it a home invasion. And I'm like, yeah, I resonate with that. Not being totally disrespectful to the inspectors, but hey, they're coming into my home and looking around and inspecting it, you know? And I've told you guys in the past, the LifeLink, it's a different sort of inspection, but it was caseworkers coming in and inspecting and coming into my home to support me and telling me what the fuck I gotta do with my shit. I'm like, oh my God, I don't need a caseworker. This is bad. The caseworker's there to support us so that we can have good relationship with the landlord, and maybe that's what they were trying to do, but believe me, that did not feel respectful. That was a home invasion, and that was totally disrespectful, and I told them. I fucking told them. You know I did. So, okay, dudes. Post Malone, yo. Post Malone. I am so loving that you're watching this show. So fucking encouraged by that. Thank you. I have this idea that you go and sit in some private space in your freaking mansion or one of your cars and you watch us on your phone and like we're some secret indulgence. And that's what we are. Okay, catch y'all soon, dudes. Back to work I go. Now I gotta drop some shit on Facebook for you. What the hell? My hair has been fucking whack lately. That's why I got all those wigs. I need them so I can fucking have tamed hair. But and it's not, I don't mind having my hair completely untamed, but it's gotta be untamed in the way that, like, I want it. Not untamed in the way that, like, the cat is. Like, fuck, cat, be untamed all you want, but I respect that shit. But fucking mind, you know, me. Don't be fucking annoying the shit out of me. And that's what I say to my hair. Bye-bye. Hey, Venezuelan riders, love you.